Hey folks, I'm Matt from Fidel Gastros, and if you're like me, you probably missed National Croissant Day. I know it was in my calendar, circled 5 times, and my mom was like calling me every day for a month saying, what are we gonna do on January 30th for National Croissant Day? But alas, I've missed it. So to make up for lost time, I'm gonna show you to make 2 recipes today inspired by the croissant, but done in a waffle maker. What? One sweet, which is like a cinnamon roll, and one savory, which is kind of like a little Big Mac. Little Big Mac. The origins of the day are still a bit foggy, but legend be told that the first croissant was manufactured accidentally by accident when someone folded the baguette dough like a ribbon. So let's get croissanting, shall we? Let's get croissanting. That's a 2 verb, 2 croissant. 2 croissant, I croissant, we all croissant. 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 It's like a machine gun tongue. Croissant. All right, so first things first, start off with a little savory to the waffle maker, or the croissant maker. So waffle number 1 is gonna be inspired by a Big Mac croissant. So it's gonna have all the elements that a Big Mac has, like cheese and meat and pickles and special sauce. So first things first, we're gonna cook off our meat. Got a pan getting nice and hot. Gonna add some canola oil to it. We're gonna add beef to the pan. We wanna render off as much fat as possible. We're gonna salt the meat, and a little black pepper. Now you wanna make sure the beef is fully cooked because it's only going in the waffle iron like this long, this long. So once the beef is cooked off, take it off the heat, and we're actually gonna let it cool first before we start to actually build our waffle. Alrighty, so our beef is cooked, put off to the side, it's cooling down. You wanna make sure it's actually to room temperature before you put it into the hot waffle iron so it doesn't get all greasy and fatty. So while we wait, we're gonna make our special Mac sauce. Can't have a Big Mac waffle without the Mac sauce. It's very hard to figure out exactly what goes in that sauce. But if my palates are correct, there's at least 4 ingredients that are crucial to any homemade Mac sauce. White onions, French dressing, mayonnaise, and pickles. Some people might think there's ketchup too. Some people might think it's Thousand Island dressing. We don't know. We just don't know. First things first, we're gonna take some pickles and we're gonna chop them really fine. You might be asking, Matt, why not just use relish? It's a chopped up pickle. True, it's very true, but there's other seasoning there that when mixed together, doesn't really give you that Mac sauce flavor that you're looking for. So we have our bowl, we're gonna add our chopped up pickles to it. And we have some finely chopped white onions, our French dressing, and the mayo. Mix it all together. All right, so now that we have our ground beef and we have our Mac sauce, it's time to actually build our croissant waffle. So I'm just showing you what a croissant would look like if we were doing it the regular way, but we're doing it in the waffle way. So what you're gonna do is take your croissant dough and place it on a waffle maker that's already been greased with a little bit of oil, like so. We're gonna put our cheese down first, a little beef on top. Cheese down, and one more layer of the croissant dough. So now we're gonna make a nice little blanket with it. Waffle! Time to build our Big Mac croissant waffles. So we have our waffles stacked up. We're gonna take our Big Mac sauce and spread it all around with all sorts of awesomeness. And we're gonna take our shaved iceberg lettuce, put it right on top. Take a few more pickles. Well, I gotta crush this because a croissant has never been so purposeful. Oh yeah, dude. The cheese and beef is just like golden brown inside that croissant. The Mac sauce all over. Oh, pickle! That's killer. Killer. Dessert time. All right, main course has been done. Made it, tried it, loved it. Now it's time for dessert. We're gonna make cinnamon bun croissant waffle. So first step is to obviously make the filling for inside the cinnamon bun. It's gonna have pecans, brown sugar, butter, a little cinnamon, a lot of love. Lots of love. Get our pan warm, butter in there. Really important to keep your pan at a medium-ish heat with constantly stirring your butter so it doesn't burn in the pan. Can't burn those nuts. You gotta love my nuts. Remember that guy, Slap Chop? Gotta love my nuts. Throw our pecans in next. Brown sugar's gonna hop in. And of course, you can't have a cinnamon bun without cinnamon. Just a little bit. Too much cinnamon can be, you know, The brown sugar's caramelizing, the nuts are starting to soften. Now that everything's cooked together, we're gonna pull the pan off the heat so that the sugars have a chance to kind of caramelize a bit and soak up all that butter. We also want it to cool down because if we put it in hot, it's just gonna make a mess in our croissant. So you can start to see it right now as it cools. We're already starting to get a little bit of a paste forming, which is exactly what we want. So our nuts and brown sugar, butter, and cinnamon mixture is cooling off to the side. I'm gonna make a super fast cream cheese frosting without using another gadget because we already got that waffle maker. So we're gonna use whipped cream cheese, icing sugar, and some water right in the bowl. The icing sugar is gonna go in first. So you don't wanna just add it all into the bowl, all in one shot. You wanna build this in stages. So we added a little bit of icing sugar, a little water, and we've added a little more icing sugar, a little more water. And once we have enough sweetness, then we can add our cream cheese. The icing sugar is ready. We can start to fold in our cream cheese. All right. Now we can waffle. All right, so we have our 4 kind of pieces of croissant dough. We're gonna take our nut filling, kind of just place it on each one. Make sure to save a little bit of that so we can drizzle it on top too when the waffle comes out of the waffle maker. Okay, now we shall roll. Okay, so the reason why I actually rolled these ones versus just putting it in like the last one is when it comes out of the waffle maker, I want to see those great little swirls of cinnamon and nuts and brown sugar interweaved with our croissant dough. Waffle iron's hot, time to put our rolled up cinnamon bun croissants inside. And we wait. All right, so our cinnamon waffle croissants are out of the waffle maker. Ready to go, beautiful color, a lot of caramelization on the sugar. Now we're just gonna take our cream cheese icing and just kind of drizzle all around. I like a lot of icing on my cinnamon buns. Okay, then we're gonna take our leftover cinnamon nut mixture, drizzle that over. She done. Well, there you have it, folks. If National Croissant Day wasn't on your calendar before, there's 2 reasons to make sure it is next year. Croissant waffles, 1 sweet, 1 savory, cinnamon bun meets Big Mac meets yum. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and let me know what you're putting in waffle makers these days. Hey, those kids in those waffle makers. What are you putting in there? What are you putting? Yeah, mangiare mo. I got it. I love it so much. I'm not even like worried about savory. It's all mine. Mine, I tell you. Mine!